does this work? Well, here's what I do. I ask myself, how much money do I need this month? I need a little more than 60. Let's say I need $1,000. What I would do is simply sell enough of those payments, like I might sell someplace out here, so that instead of 60 bucks up front, I make my $1,000. But whatever I don't need that month, I keep in the way of payments that are left over on that mortgage. Here's what happens. When you have a mortgage with monthly payments, each one of those payments have a value. And the farther out in time that you go, the less value that those payments have. Which would you rather have, $200 next month or 20 years from now? Absolutely, right now. And the reason they're worth more is because, one is inflation, but more importantly, you can take that $200 and you can invest it and wind up with a lot more money, right? So what happens is, as you go farther out in time, those payments have less and less value. Well, you can shave off the tail end of a mortgage. Just keep the last 6 payments. It barely affects your resale price when you go to sell it. You get almost the same amount as you would if you had sold the whole thing. But then what happens is, you're thinking, well, who wants to wait 20 years to get paid? 6 lousy payments. What happens to most mortgages? They refinance and they get paid off. Realistically, what's going to happen is in several years, you're going to wind up with a phone call from a title company saying, hey, we need the payoff on those last 6 payments that you held, and you're going to get a nice little windfall that you don't even have any money invested in. Isn't that pretty cool? So that's why this works, and that's why it's so exciting to do the partials. So I recommend that you try to always keep the tail end of the mortgage. And it could be as little as 6 payments, it might be half of it, depending on how much cash you need today and how much your investor is wanting to buy. Okay, 2 points on doing the partials. I got to tell you, I love partials. Normally on partials, I make a whole lot higher rate of return. That's just typical, okay? But the thing is, make sure to use my partial purchase agreement. Do you remember I said that I had 2 different agreements? One is to buy the whole note, and the second one is to buy just part of the note.